Well then people, it's Joe, it's AllLeedsTv, and unfortunately it's not your Cardiff pre-match chat, it's not a post-match, it's a Leeds United coronavirus COVID-19 update. Before we get into the video, please smash a like if you can, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and of course, if you could vote for us in the Football Content Awards. We went last year, it was called the FBAs. We didn't win, hopefully this time we can, but we really enjoyed ourselves. We got to mix with some really decent people. If you could please vote for us in the Football Content Awards, it's now called. There's a number of categories: Best in Video for creators and vloggers, Best Content Creators, Best Club content creator for the Football League, and Best in Video for small, medium business companies, YouTubers, etc. The number of categories, please vote for them. I'm leaving the link in the description, so please hit that. Please vote for AllLeedsTv in them as well. And of course, you've got a plethora of Leeds United content creators that you can vote for as well in them categories. But please do choose the originals, the best. Yeah, we're all good, but please vote for AllLeedsTv in the FCAs. And listen, we might even run a competition to bring one of you along. We will do something, you know. I know COVID-19 has put a stop to football. It is shit, but we are going to still continue to pump out content. You know, we have to do that, right? Because, you know, yous need your Leeds United fix. Unfortunately, we're not going to get it on the football field. But we can do what we can, even if we assess games, do live streams, whatever it may be, get guests on. You know, I couldn't even do a live stream for 2 weeks. I might self-isolate in here. I've got a bit of a cough at the minute, if I'm being totally honest, and it won't go away. But I'm told if you've got a runny nose, you're fine. So I think I've just got a common cold, so there we go. But listen, no, COVID-19 isn't a laughing matter. It is absolutely insane what is happening right now. It is a global pandemic. I was speaking to my brother yesterday. I said, can you imagine, you know, remember when you were at school, some people, older, younger, they might have done it on different things, but you all look in history, and I remember doing about the plague. And will we look back will our kids, children look back and talk about the year 2020 when COVID-19 brought the world to its knees, brought the world to a standstill? It's mad, you know, and the other day it became real for me. I'm not saying it wasn't real prior to that, you know. There's pictures, the NASA pictures of China, for example, all that pollution. Then they got into lockdown, and now you can see China. So the difference it's made, it's mad. You know, the most populated country, and they're on lockdown. Northern Italy, lockdown. Leagues, NBA, NFL, lockdown. And I just thought, you know, I'm thinking, you know, if America's stopping NFL, or if England's stopping football, Premier League, that's when it got real for me. And I know that might sound mad, but I'm a football fan, and it's like football is the staple of England, right? There's so much money in the game, etc. It would be the last thing they wanted to do. Feels like we were a little bit slow to react. But, you know, that's political. Let's not get into that. That's for something else. But yeah, when it became real, you know, when I woke up and Arteta's got it, Hudson-Odoi, you know, it's not even the fans that are coming in and self-isolate. Footballers are people too, right? Managers are people too. And when it got in, it's actually in the game. It's like, wow, you know, this isn't a case of even playing games behind closed doors anymore, because it's in the game. You know, footballers are contracting it as well. I'm not holding them here on a pedestal. I'm just saying, like, wow, you know, this is when it got real for me. And then, of course, the league's been suspended till the 4th of April. We are due to play Blackburn on the 3rd. Does it mean that round of games, or would we just chalk that off? So we then have Cardiff, Fulham, Luton and Blackburn to play. You know, when it does restart, for me, it's not going to start again on the 4th of April. It can't. You know, the UK government have said that it's not even at its peak yet. They expect it to peak in the summer. You know, we're a couple of weeks behind Italy, and they're in full lockdown mode, you know. So for me, 4th of April, I'm not sure, unless there is enough health within the game through self-isolation that they can then begin to play them behind closed doors. There is loads of different permutations. You know, I've seen on Twitter, people don't want it behind closed doors. Let's suspend it until we can get the fans in. Yeah, I get that as well. There is loads of that. Where I stand on that, I mean, look, I was saying the other day, I have dreamt about us getting promoted at Ellen Road for a very, very, very long time. I already plan out what I know, what I'm doing. I'm going straight to the centre circle. I'm hitting my knees and I'm looking up to the sky. It's just always been in there. You know, you'll have people coming on who'll be hanging onto the crossbars. You'll have people that want to get the corner flags. Everyone will have their own thing. People just running around insane, you know. And that could be taken away, you know. It is really, really sad, you know. There's so many permutations for the football. Does West Brom and Leeds go up? Do we have no playoffs? Does no one get relegated? That would suit me. I've seen LUFC Lewis put some out on Twitter that I was like, yeah, fair enough. I think the German were looking at that model, and German football, let's be honest, is the best for me. Not in terms of thing, but the way it's ran, ticket prices, etc. It's just for the fans over there. It's not money driven, I don't think, but that's just my opinion. I love the way the German football's run, and if that's the way they're going, I think we should follow suit. Or do reset button can't happen. Can you imagine if the reset button happened? You know, I've seen it, and this is a little tongue in cheek. I'm not trying to take it, you know, but someone said, you know, City about to win the Champions League, Liverpool about to win the title, Leeds going to get promoted. God's a Man United fan, you know what I mean? It is mad, isn't it? You know, my mates were winding me up at work. I had a Borough fan who said to me, if that reset button gets hit, you better go into hiding, son. Again, it's just football banter, you know what I mean? But yeah, can you imagine? It can't happen, surely. It surely can't happen. If it did happen, it could only happen at bloody Leeds and Liverpool, right? But this isn't a Liverpool podcast. From a Leeds United perspective, genuinely, take that moment away. Oh my God, you know, I've seen this morning, Andy Cousins believes there is an FA ruling that if you've played 35 games or more, the league stands. And if that happens, then that's a good thing because we get to go to the Premier League. But there is also, it's twofold, isn't it? You then are taken away from finishing the season. You know, we had some beautiful games coming up. Fulham under the lights at Ellen Road would have been amazing. You know, put them to the sword. We're on that train. You know, 9 games left to go. We're getting on Ellen Road, winning the league at Pride Park, you know, whatever it's called these days. Getting to run on the pitch at Charlton at home. Bielsa coming out. Leeds, Carragho. There is all this that's going in here that may get taken away, but it is bigger than that. It's bigger than that. You know, people's lives are getting lost. You know, there's a group of people that have certain ailments or of a certain age that are really susceptible to the virus, and people could lose their lives, and football's bigger than that. Not only that, these people's livelihoods as well. You know, I was listening to the Inside Ellen Road podcast, and they were bang on. You know, the programme sellers, the burger vans, you know, the match day stewards. You know, I've seen a tweet this morning about the fish shop and the Ellen Road Cafe across the road. It's their livelihoods as well. And that's just at Leeds. Can you imagine across the full football league? You know, people in League 2, League 1, you know, there is massive permutations to this. You know, for me, Euro 2020, it's not going to happen. We all know this. How can it? You know, places are in lockdown. You're not then going to go, oh yeah, okay, bring the whole of Europe together. It's not happening. I think the Olympics has been cancelled. Everything's getting cancelled. So Euro 2020 doesn't happen. So that gives the opportunity for the season to restart. It doesn't, you know, I've seen a lot of people, what about next season? Forget next season. This one isn't done. We have 9 games left to go. We can still play them. Fingers crossed we do. Fingers crossed we do. I want to be able to see Leeds win it and win it properly. Not go up because of, you know, the 35 games and that's it. But one thing I don't want to happen is the reset button. That can't happen. Can you imagine the lawsuits? Can you imagine the lawsuits if they said, right, league as it stands, 3 from Prem relegated, lawsuit, we could have survived. Top 2 promoted, Fulham, Brentford, lawsuit, we could have caught them up. No playoff, teams in the playoffs, what happens to us? There's so much riding on it, you know. There's contracts, players' contracts, there's, you know, the profit sustainability, just everything. Does all that get put on hold and then they hit the reset button? I don't know, just don't hit the reset button. I'm asking, please don't hit the reset button. We need, I know, listen, I'm not discrediting Conor, I'm just giving it you from my perspective, from a football fan's perspective. Leeds United need to see the season out. We've got 9 games left to go and hopefully we will get that opportunity. When it comes back, obviously we're due to play Blackburn. If it was to come back, I think with that being the 3rd, that's a write-off. So our first fixture after, if it was to come back, I don't think it will, if I'm honest, it'll get pushed further and further back in my opinion, will be Stoke at home. So do we start from Stoke at home or do we just replay the fixtures. There's a meeting at Ellen Road, for Leeds United on how they're going to tackle it. Of course, you've got for Parch, etc. There's staff that work there. How's it going to work? And this isn't just for Leeds United. This is for businesses across. My business where I work and making contingency plans, asking certain groups to stay at home, telling people to self-isolate. It's just massive. It is genuinely massive. And of course, we've got to look after Bielsa, right? We've got to look after Leeds United and them as well, man. We've all got to look after each other, wash your hands, happy birthday, all that jazz. Just stay safe, man, stay safe. My thoughts go out to anyone that is affected by this, any family members, love to all, man. Look, that's my thoughts on it. AllLeedsTv are going to continue to put out content. We don't have the answers yet. As more comes out in the coming days, coming weeks, we will continue to do videos. Live stream will be going ahead tomorrow. We'll maybe even come together if none of us are self-isolating, if we're all well. If we're self-isolating, I'll do a live stream in here for 2 weeks. Let's get it on. But no, look, watch this space. Leeds United AllLeedsTv, will continue to get out content for you. I promise you that. We have to. There's no football, so this gives some people a release if you like what we do. And of course, before I do leave, look, I know it seems a little bit not the right time, but if you could please vote for us in the Football Content Awards, the link will be in the description to the videos. Please, looking at the categories, you can vote for us in any, but obviously we don't do a podcast. Obviously, we're not an international content creator, but there's 4 that I've picked out that you might want to give us a look at. Best in video for creators and vloggers. There's loads of Leeds United vloggers, so give them a look as well. The more Leeds United you vote for, the more we can get at the thing and just take over like we do everywhere. I think it's at Tottenham Stadium. That's indeed if it's going to go ahead. I mean, look, will it even be going ahead? Best content creator. I always get that one. I don't know why. It's best, and I end up going blessed. So, best in video creators and vloggers. Best content creator. Best club content creator for the Football League. Make sure for the Football League. And best in video for small, medium businesses. Please check us out. Please vote for us in them categories. It'll be all over your socials in due course. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the season ahead. Do we play behind closed doors when we come back? Do we reset button? Do we just go up after the 35 games the league's done? I don't know. But let me know your thoughts, and please stay safe, and please wash your hands and look after yourself. But I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay safe. Leeds TV.